Not too shabby on the 3 best prop bets last week as we went 2-1, and I got another 3 for you guys for UFC 285. Quickly before we get into those best prop bets, a quick reminder that the Patreon is in the link below. We got breakdowns for PFL Challenger Series, Cage Warriors 149, which both go down today, and not to mention we've already started dropping breakdowns for the next UFC event. We'll be starting on the Bellator breakdowns on the weekend as well, but also PFL Challenger Series Week 7 and LFA. Both are going to be on the Patreon as well. Link in the description below. I promise you guys will not be disappointed. All right, let's get right into the 3 best prop bets. The first one that I got for you guys is Tabitha Ricci by decision over Jessica Penne. I believe it is a little bit at minus price. I believe it's about minus 140 at this point in time, but that is her best path to victory in this matchup. As she showcased in her last 2 fights, she was able to secure 5 takedowns in both of those fights to grind out at her opponents. She still is developing her striking game, but she is a high-level jiu-jitsu player, and she showcased that she can take fights to the ground and control opponents while staying away from any type of submission threat that they may pose. That is what Jessica Penne will pose, and at 40 years old, I just don't know if she has what it takes to pull up a submission against a high-level jiu-jitsu player like Tabitha Ricci. Jessica Penne will have the size and height advantage in this matchup, but that doesn't mean she does a good job in terms of maintaining her distance against her opponents. Tabitha will be able to close the distance here, drag this fight to the ground, and get large portions of control time. I don't think she'll be able to get the finish in this matchup, which is why I like the decision prop here, and for her to grind this fight out over 15 minutes, getting close to 8 to 10 minutes of control time here, and getting her hand raised by decision. Next up, I'm going to go with Dricus du Plessis to win via knockout here, as I believe that Derek Brunson is still the victim of a bad durability game. I don't know if you can even call it durability game, but just durability. I just don't think it's there for him, as we saw in the Jared Cannonier fight. If anybody can punch as hard as Jared Cannonier, it's probably a guy like Dricus du Plessis, who has all of his 18 wins with the exception of one of them, so let's call it 17 out of 18 victories coming via finish. He's not the most technical fighter, but he does a great job of using his physical tools, his explosivity, and his power to put his opponents away. And I do think that's going to come to fruition here. It might get a little sticky early here with Derek Brunson landing a couple takedowns. I don't believe in his ability to control du Plessis on the ground for large portions of this matchup, which will allow maximum opportunity for him on the feet to find that chin of Derek Brunson and put him away. So I'm going to go with du Plessis via KO. And the final prop here, I'm going to go with Jon Jones to win inside the distance, which is plus 180, plus 190. You can choose whether it's submission or KO, but just to be on the safe side, we all know this. When fights get dragged to the ground, either path to victory is open to most opponents, especially if they have a distinct advantage on the ground against their opponent, which is what I believe Jones has here over Cyril Gane. I truly believe in what Jon Jones is saying this week, that he wants to make this look as easy as possible. So he might play it up on the feet a little bit, but I think it's just a matter of time before he drags this fight to the ground, and then from there has his way with Cyril Gane on the mat, with either big ground and pound, big elbows, or passing into a dominant position to open up a submission opportunity for him. I think Jon Jones finds the finish within 3 rounds of this fight taking place. The under 4.5, not a bad way of approaching this fight either, but I'm gonna get a little bit greedy and go for that Jon Jones to win inside the distance here. There you guys go, 3 best prop bets for UFC 285. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content throughout this week, and I'll see you guys again on Monday for the UFC Las Vegas breakdowns. Can't wait for that. Good luck this weekend, folks. Peace.